Yeah. Oh, yeah. Welcome to another live show of Above Average Black Men. Yours truly, Chris Pender Sr.
Devin Pender, here to remind you guys that we're here to empower, inspire, uplift the community, and to like, follow, subscribe, share, comment, interact with us at A2BM on all platforms.
Yeah, welcome, man. So our Christmas show, next week is Christmas. So
Yeah.
we won't be back until 2025. This will be our last show of the year, man. It seems, this year flew by.
2025.
Yeah. 2024 is over. This next week is Christmas, and then next following week we doing New Year. So yeah, it won't be around, man.
I feel like after COVID, just time just started flying.
Yeah, Tom does. Tom just kind of runs, man. It's been running. A lot of things we can talk about because it's Christmas, man. We'll try to keep it positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Christmas, man. I guess we'll start here. Chris is supposed to call in. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Hopefully he does.
Mm-hmm.
But so Christmas, man. What does Christmas mean to you, man?
Well, obviously, in the biblical sense, that's when Christ was born. So I know you like hearing that one. But also to me, just a time of giving back. A time of being positive. Paying things forward. Just a time to be with family. Like I said, I'm one of the people. As you get older, it's better to give than to actually receive gifts. So that's really what it means to me. Is just putting a smile on people's faces.
So what are some of your best memories of Christmas?
That's tough. I go all the way back to being a kid when I got a bike. I remember, I'm sure all kids did this, waking up around, 12, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, just to see the presents downstairs under the tree was always one of my favorite memories. Not specifically what I got besides the bike, obviously, but just like, seeing all the stuff down there and just the joy is like one of my favorite memories. But how about you? What's some of your favorite memories? Is it like a favorite gift?
Man, I got 1,000 Christmas memories, man. I think the thing that's always been consistent for me about Christmas is just being able to be around family.
Mm-hmm.
I remember back when I was in college, man, grew up in North Philadelphia. Both my brothers were in the reserves. One was in the Marines, one was in the Air Force. I was in college, and we were playing a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be playing a tournament, and just being able to come home, and be with family. Growing up, the way we grew up in North Philadelphia, family was everything for us. So I was used to always being around family. So
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, everybody was always home. Yeah, we were excited about the gifts because we got a bunch of stuff. Mom and Dad made a lot of sacrifices, but just being around family. And some of my early memories of Christmas is just, because somebody always lived with us. So like until she passed away, my grandmother lived with us. So Christmas was always like an extended thing in our house. But it was always a great time because I remember my grandma used to make crescents. She used to make, they would make this fruit cake at Thanksgiving, fruit/rum cake. And they would make it at Thanksgiving. They would put in these cans, man, these cookie cans, seal them tight, wrap them in cheesecloth with rum. So them things came out at Christmas time, man. Whew. I just remember the smell of homemade cookies coming through the house, man, baking cakes, things of that nature, man. I just remember it's a time for being family.
The crescent, I definitely miss those a lot.
Yeah, man. I got the recipe running
I
somewhere.
said, Grandma, definitely did.
Yeah, I got the recipe running somewhere. We're gonna try it. But just the members of family, man. Miss having my mom and dad around for Christmas, man. That's odd, 2 years ago. But you pick up new things. Like you guys are grown now. We still get together for Christmas. We've always seen each other for Christmas. Forever never changes. Mackenzie now, we kind of got a little 6-year-old to get back to the toy thing for Christmas now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of things change, but then things come in to take its place, so to speak. So but I do know Christmas is a time that everybody's gonna have these great memories. Not just memories, but it's also a time of emotions. Like there's times when I'll sit back and I'll think about my mom and dad. There's times when I sit back and I'll think about childhood. Like my dad, we lived in a 3-story house in North Philly, and so he would open up the skylight, leave it open to make it seem like Santa Claus came in. Now but he would do it. We didn't have a chimney, and that's how he was about it. He always put up Christmas lights. Since I'll put up lights every year. It was always a big thing in my house. So to me, yeah, it's about love, joy, peace, man. A time when everybody comes together, man. You got the big dinner. It's a pretty cool time, man. It is. And the other side about Christmas, it's the one time of year where the majority of people get along.
You think so?
Yeah, man. You go out in the malls, man. People are saying, "Hey, how you doing?" It's just it's a different atmosphere at Christmas time. I'm not saying everybody, but it's just something about that time of year when you're out, man. Like I had to run out and pick some stuff up today. That toy store coming up. We'll talk about that. And everybody's just so nice. People let me get the door for and during the year the door closes in your face, man. Nobody's taking time to stop. So yeah, it's different. Christmas has a different meaning for me, man. But it's just it's just as important to me.
Yeah. We have a comment from Spencer King. He actually said my favorite thing to do on Christmas, watching Christmas movies, TV series with my family, watching NBA Christmas Day.
Well, I knew you had sports in there.
Yeah,
I knew Spencer got sports in there.
But it's funny. Bring up when we talk about memories. One thing and I did miss it this year, but the one tradition I always like is like decorating the tree together. That was always one of my favorite things to do, and I used to love doing that every year. Getting together, had the Christmas music playing in the background.
Yeah, you got older, so you no longer participate in that activity.
They did it without me this year.
But I think, and I'm glad that Spence said that, because I think one of the things about Christmas, everybody has these little routines, man. Everybody has these things that just becomes a part of the fabric of the family, and you just carry it on. It's tradition. You carry it on. Like I was, my father was huge on family. He was. So like I can never remember a time where we weren't together on Christmas.
Yeah.
Even if it was just for an hour or two, when they moved down Jersey, that was something that we always did.
I used to like going down there for Christmas.
Yeah, no matter how old we got, we just that whole sense of family. And to me that's one of the most important things about Christmas, man, is just getting family to come together. And I've been blessed, man, really blessed, because all I live in the same area. So I don't, we all in the same area. So I get to see everybody. And I think that's important. I also think that, we do take time out for Christmas, man, to not just get into the gifts and the presents, man, but get into not just the meaning of Christmas, man, but the whole Christmas is a total package. I think we divide it into parts. We either get the gifts, we got Santa Claus, we got all these little components instead of just bringing it all together. And I think that's the way Christmas should be taught.
He actually brought up. Now I'm curious to ask. What is typically your Christmas tradition? From start to finish. When you wake up, and then onward to when you go to sleep. Is there like a particular show or movie you watch to get in the spirit? Is there a particular song you listen to?
Oh man, when I somebody from Toy Story, I got respect. Nat King Cole. When I hear Nat King Cole, the Christmas song, man, that and the Temptation of Silent Night is Christmas time. So once I hear those songs, it's officially Christmas. There's not one thing on TV that kind of makes me realize it's Christmas, because I'm not a big TV watcher. But Nat King Cole, the Christmas song and the Temptation of Silent Night is Christmas time, man.
That's interesting.
It's Christmas time.
I feel like for me it's a little different, because when I hear, and again, this is growing up in this household, when I hear I think it's by Kirk Franklin. You know, Jesus is the reason for the
Oh, the
season.
season, yeah.
Yeah, I used to play that on repeat back in the day. So every time I hear that, and then when I hear Soul Holiday by the Sound of Blackness, those
Yeah,
are like the particular songs that
I,
like get me in the spirit.
I love those songs. I still do. But those other two songs, man, because Sounds of Blackness
Yeah.
is not gonna say recent, but I was an adult.
Yeah.
You know, I was an adult. You know, Kurt Franklin, Reason for the Season, I was adult. Like Now Behold the Lamb. Not, you know,
Mhm.
those songs were adult. Those other two songs, man, is for as long as I can remember, man. My dad had the albums. You know, he would have these albums, and I remember those songs. We put those songs when it was Christmas. You know, and he would have it blasting, man, while he's putting up the lights in the window, you know, inside the house, man. Or, you know, he would have a window crack you could hear. And my dad, you know, 3-story house, he lit the house up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would put lights all North Philly, man. We, you know, and so like I do.
Mhm.
You know, so you know,
Yeah,
I get up.
y'all went a little above and beyond.
Yeah,
this year.
I go out and I put that's because that's what my dad did that every year for as long as I can remember, man. We had Christmas lights, man. He got up and he did it. You know, tree. We always had a live tree.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes we would go cut it down, and sometimes we all would go pick it out. I never remember him just bringing the tree home. You know, we would pick it out, man. It was a big deal. We would decorate the tree together. You know, cookies, hot chocolate, and cookies, and all this stuff. It was, so that whole family thing was tradition to me. You know, and then there's the little things that's in it, man. You know, shopping for your mom. You get older, it's a little different. When you're young, it's kind of cool, man. You know, even though you're not really spending your money, but it's kind of cool that you're getting something for your mom, you're getting something for your dad, man. I think that's really, I think the innocence of that all captures Christmas. You know, because you're not getting it because you feel like you have to. You're not getting it because it's, it's what everybody does. You're excited because you love your parents. You know what I mean? You really want to do something for them. And not saying you don't love them when you get older, but it kind of changes a little bit. It does.
Now, what about this particular TV show or a movie? Is there something that you like to watch to kind of get you?
See,
in that mood?
again, that's kind of been where I'm at in life. I mean, when I was younger, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know, my favorite part when the Heat Miser sings, "I'm Mr. Heat Miser," and then the winter sings. That part was I really like that, man. And Frosty the Snowman, because Bro Lives had this distinguished voice in Frosty the Snowman. But now as I get older, man, it's
A lot of remakes.
yeah, no, but now I get older, it's like, and I'll watch it, and I cannot think the name of it now. We just talking about it, man. Um, they made a sequel of it. Best Man. The Best Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Best Man Holiday.
yeah. I can watch the Best
Yeah.
Man Holly, man. I just like that's probably as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably more what I check out now. It comes on, man.
I'm gonna watch that. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, and it kind of captures what Christmas is about. You got the whole thing where he has to, forgive people, man. It's Christmas, man. You're building a relationship, At the same time, he's going through the emotion that you took, football. He's retiring. His wife is, Christmas is a mixed bag of emotions for so many different people. My devotion tomorrow is going to be on that because I think we forget Christmas doesn't mean this thing for everybody. There's some people who rejoice, but there's some who lost loved ones.
Yeah.
Who this is like the first or second, maybe third or fourth Christmas without that loved one. So the emotions are different. There's some who didn't have fond memories of Christmas because they probably didn't get a lot of stuff, or they have family issues that kind of crop up at Christmas time. So I think sometimes, we get all excited about Christmas, we forget that it's different for everybody.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a list here because I'm all about the list on this show. There's top 10 Christmas movies of all time. But real quick, I just want to say number 11 is Die Hard, and I do think that's a Christmas movie. It's one of my favorites. But
Die Hard represents the commercialization of Christmas. Dudes blowing up buildings and killing people has nothing to do with Christmas. They just put a Christmas tree and made it around Christmas time.
Yeah, it was on Christmas.
But that's
Christmas
not
time. That's Christmas.
That's what you want the people dying and blowing up? No, man. Not a Christmas movie. Go ahead.
Number 10, It's a Wonderful Life. And to be granted, a lot of these are either from the 40s or very recent.
Yeah, Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. It's been a long time, man. You've probably never seen it because it's in black and white.
Never seen it, and I don't think I will watch a movie.
Well, but see, it's really something. It's interesting because as a kid, I just didn't get it, but as an adult, in A Wonderful Life, man, he's having some financial difficulties. A lot of people depend on him. I'll give you the synopsis here, but he's allowed to see with his life how people around him life would look like if he wasn't there. And that's a pretty cool Christmas gift. To be able to see, how people would react with your not being there. I thought that was pretty cool. As a kid, I'm like, yeah, but as an adult, yeah.
I may have to look at the Spark Notes on that one. Check it out. Carol is number 9.
Who?
Again, Carol, never heard of it. Came out in 2015.
Carol. Who's in it?
Who's in it? Kate Blanchett. I don't know who. I don't know who a lot of people
I never heard of
are.
it, man. So there's definitely on my list. Go ahead.
That's about it. Number 8, Klaus with a K.
Oh yeah, that's fairly new, isn't it?
Yeah, Rashida Jones was in it.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons.
That's not a movie. That's kind of like
it's like an animation.
Yeah, animation.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Come on, man.
I
think that's a Halloween. That's another commercialization, man. We put the word Christmas in it, and we put something in front of it.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that movie. Little Women.
Never saw it, so I can't be Christmas.
Yeah, never heard of it. Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh man, I've seen probably every version of that, man.
It's different versions.
Okay. Yeah, man. Well, the synopsis of it all is whether you believe in Santa Claus or not. This guy takes a job at the store, and he's actually, he believes he's Santa Claus, and he begins to make people believe he's Santa Claus. But then people want to get him locked up because he's crazy because they don't believe in Santa Claus, But however, all these strange mysterious he's making happen. So it's just an interesting movie, man. I'm surprised they didn't make a remake for the last couple of years.
Someone probably doing it next year. Trust me. Tangerine again came out 2015. I don't know how.
No.
The Holdovers.
No, I don't know who made this list, man.
Yeah, this is Rotten Tomato, by the way, guys.
Keep going.
The Shop Around the Corner. I'm assuming that's in black and white as well.
No.
That came in 1940.
I think you can see Little Shop of Horrors, but I never saw it before, so it could be in black and white. Go ahead.
And Meet Me in St. Louis.
That's an old movie. That's black and white. Judy Garland, right?
Yeah. The last.
Why do I know that? Why do I know that?
Yeah, you know a lot of these.
Why do I know that? Judy Garland.
That's the lady from
Wizard of Oz.
There we go.
I'm off to see either. Yeah. See, I don't think that. I don't see. To me, come on, they're not Christmas. There's other things you can do. That's Christmas movies besides those, man. Santa Claus is coming to town, man. And there's a bunch of other movies I put a list. I'm surprised the Elf wasn't on there. That's more of a Christmas. That's more of a Christmas, a modern Christmas.
What's the one with Scrooge? Is that what it's called?
No. Well, it's actually called Scrooge, but I know I can't think of the real name of it. With Bill Murray.
Yeah.
That's right. That should be on there. That should be on there, man. Everything's Scrooge. It's called Scrooge now, but yeah, I forget the traditional name of it. But yeah.
Yeah, this list isn't that great if I'm being.
But these Scrooges is kind of the same way, because it was a movie about the ghost, Christmas past, Christmas present, and the future. So you get, and maybe it's just me. I think it's pretty cool to look at your life, man. To be able to step outside yourself and see your life, man, and especially to see how it will be if you continue the way you are now.
Yeah.
If you don't make certain changes, that's pretty cool, man.
Again, half of the movies never heard of, so they won't have to redo that list because I've never seen.
Unfortunately, probably half of my half. Why I don't know.
Yeah. But when you see, look, you've seen a lot of them.
Why I don't know, but I do know.
Now we're going to top 10 Christmas songs, which is ironic because again, some of these I've probably never heard of. Oh well, they're all remixes. If I'm being honest, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas by Michael Bublé.
No, I got the version with
That's right. A lot of them are remixes.
Bing Crosby.
Jingle Bells by James Lord Pierpont. Don't know who that is.
Those songs are probably, but not by those artists.
Yeah,
not by those artists, but those songs are.
Because I'm sure Mariah Carey's going to be on here. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Bruce Springsteen. I heard that one. Yeah. Oh, Christmas Tree.
Yeah, Tony
Bennett. Okay.
Shouldn't know that either.
This Christmas, Donny Hathaway.
Yeah, I forgot about This Christmas. I think the Jackson 5 kind of turned that song took it to another level. With Donny Hathaway was
That's how surprised I don't
put it on it.
Is that you, Santa Claus? Louis Armstrong. Okay.
Oh, Louis, he should have been number 1. Which one is he on there for? Santa Claus?
He's number 5. Is that you, Santa Claus? Yeah.
Nah.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Brenda Lee.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, that's 50s. They gotta be 50s, 60s.
Yeah, those were.
Yeah, Brenda Lee.
53 and 58. Oh my goodness.
Why do I know that?
Yeah.
Why do I know that?
I'm sure they played it for in your childhood.
No.
Christmas Lights by Coldplay. I think I've heard that one.
No, not familiar with that.
Of course, Mariah Carey, which I'm surprised it's not number one.
Yeah.
All I Want for Christmas Is You. And
if they put a picture there, she probably would have been number one.
Yeah, she definitely makes a killing around this time.
Yeah.
And it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Andy Williams.
Like, okay.
Country,
I've heard some of those.
Yeah, that's probably the song and not the author, because I think most people, author's like in a book. Most people who are artists, most people know those songs by more modern, by more recent, more current artists. Yeah.
Now, do you think Christmas has become very commercialized in the sense of where, I feel like back then you really didn't hear a lot of Christmas advertisements and propaganda up until till you get to December. Well, now they're playing it right after Halloween.
I think Christmas has been commercialized, and I'll give you some. I think one reason why it's been commercialized because one reason why I believe it's been commercialized is because it's the holiday that makes people spend more money than any other holiday. Yeah. It's not based on ethnicity. You know what I mean? It's not based on religious belief. Because atheists celebrate Christmas. Everybody celebrates different. And so I think that's part of it. I think people realize that we can make money off of that. I think that's part of it. I think another part of it is recognizable because Christmas in some form, some shape or form is celebrated around the world. But, so I think it's kind of become like a global thing.
But I think it should be illegal to start playing Christmas music on November 1st.
What you talking
or
about?
To decorate or get a tree by November 15th. But that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, but for somebody that's trying to make money and they're trying to figure out how much money I can make and how fast I can make it and stretch it out for as long as I can. It's like I was talking to somebody today. We were having a conversation about, remember stores set up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning?
For Black Friday or just in general?
Yeah. What they didn't tell you was, they said this computer was only $400. They had like 10 of them out there. So hundreds of people get there. You're not going to go in the store 4 o'clock in the morning and walk away with nothing. So they end up buying other stuff. So those kind of things have kind of altered Christmas. But I think Christmas is a matter of the heart, man. I mean, it's what you make it. It is what you make it. I think, there's a large emphasis on gifts. Not much emphasis on receiving. I mean, giving rather is on receiving. But Christmas, it's like every other holiday here. They figure out how to make money. Christmas is just the one where you make the most money. Halloween is kind of pigeonholed because it's, Halloween. Some people kind of outwork whatever. Valentine's Day, you got to be in a couple relationship. Christmas is like universal. It's universal.
Which is interesting. I feel like it wasn't that. Don't get me wrong. I could be wrong. But I feel like it has definitely grown in popularity over the last 15 years.
Well, see, I don't think it's so much popularity. Somebody said this. I was watching on the football show. He said something that made a lot of sense. If Chris was here, I'm sure Chris would add to it. He said people were asking about the Eagles, all the drama, and AJ Brown drama. Then you got the arguing on the sideline, and so they were trying to make a big deal out of it. So one of the guys said, ex-football player, he says, no, you're wrong. He said this stuff happened all the time. The difference now is social media. The difference now is they film this stuff. He said, when I was on the team, man, we won a Super Bowl. The coordinators would go outside the room and argue. You can hear them almost come to blows. And then Reggie Jackson, I don't know if you know who Reggie Jackson is. Reggie Jackson is one of the greatest baseball players. Actually, he's from Cheltenham. Yeah, but he texted somebody and he said, and he said the same thing. He was part of the Yankees when they were down like 6 championships, but they fought. They fought all the time, man. They weren't best friends. They didn't go out to dinner, but they came together to win. So I think it's the same thing with Christmas. I think it's always been there now because of the ability to reach more people. Because before, if you did a commercial, you had to have a TV to see the commercial. Yeah. Now you probably reach more people on social media than you do if you run a commercial. Little stuff that come across your phone. And the way social media is set up, once you Google something, it goes into your to your phone, like to the memory, so everything close to it. So I just think you see more now because we can see more now.
Now, I do have a question on the lighter side, just because one of our guests did bring up, certain, football or basketball games that are played on Christmas. Do you have a favorite memory of that, of watching the game when you were younger?
Yeah,
or even more recent?
Shouldn't be on Christmas, but I can't See, I feel sorry for the guys, man, because they probably want to be home, especially ones with little kids. And again, it's about America being capitalist, man. They make money,
especially if it's a away game.
Yeah, they make money. You know, and there's some people who don't have traditions, so they go to the game. Me, I don't know if I would ever go to a game on Christmas Day. I just think being home for me is important. I just that's just me.
Depends who's playing.
No, it don't. For me, it don't. Being home for me is what Christmas is all about. If I had my, why wouldn't you go visit people? I think, I mean, it was great seeing my mom and them. Just to go somewhere and stuff. I think Christmas is a family thing. So to me, I can never see me going to a game on Christmas.
For me, it depends who's playing. If it's a good game,
because it's different. It's different, but it'll be a good game later. Christmas comes once a year, and it's a rare time you get to spend with family. Like this year, we're starting a new tradition. But yeah, so I think that's pretty cool.
So I did pull up a list. This is, again, best NBA Christmas Day games. Curious to see your thoughts about this. You probably didn't see half these games, if I'm being honest, because a lot of them are old. But this is 1961. Will Chamberlain.
Well, definitely didn't see that game because I was born in 1961.
Yeah.
So, unless my mom was watching it.
When he played against the Knicks, again, the Knicks are on here again. Nate Tiny Archibald assist record.
What year was that? 72?
That was 72. You knew that one.
I was around for that one.
You knew that one. Bernard King.
Nate was the older version of Spud Webb. He was a smaller guy, man. He could do a lot of different things, man. And Bernard King was the man, the King.
Yeah,
the King.
1984, Bernard King scoring.
He was a scoring machine, and it was funny because he looked like he couldn't jump over a soda can. He looked like, but he could just score. He could score the basketball, man. And I do remember that. I do remember watching Bernard King.
Yeah, a lot of these I feel like are 80s, 90s.
Yeah. Well, because even though the games on TV, they're not like they used to be. See, I remember first back then there were fewer teams, so the talent was a little more composed. Now you got expansion teams, guys is moving teams every month. Like unless you were a super fan, you probably most people know every player on the team now. And it's different. And the competitiveness back then was like, man.
Yeah, that's not because there'd be sometimes where I'm like, I don't even know who this is on the court right now. Sure. Just in general, like watching random games.
Like look at the Sixers. Unless you're a real Sixer fan, outside of Embiid, Paul George and Maxey, who you naming on the roster, man? They got Eric Gordon, like 200 years old. Every year they sign a guy, man, who probably should be in an old folks home. And so I mean,
this is last year. I'll be surprised if he's still playing.
It should have been. That's we get into later.
Yeah,
and neither one of them should be. That's a different story, man. But I just think Christmas to me is about intimate memories, man. Yeah. Getting the phone calls, from that person that can't be there. Now everybody texts, man. It's pretty cool to get all the text messages from people saying,
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah. Take out time to the day to think about you, man. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's what Christmas was intended to be. I think we've turned it into something different now, which I would agree with that. But I still think it has for most people, it has a positive effect. Everybody's laughing, everybody's smiling, man. Definitely good for the economy.
I definitely will say this: a lot of these games, later on games, I definitely do remember, and it is a memory just to sit there and enjoy watching and stuff. Like 2016, the Cavs versus the Warriors, that was a good one.
Yeah.
You got 2010, Miami versus the Lakers. LeBron and Kobe.
Yeah.
You also got 2008, Lakers versus Celtics finals rematch.
We'll see them two things now.
Oh yeah, you never gonna see them.
Cleveland is probably one of the best teams in the league now.
And Celtics still up. Celtics
yeah,
up there.
Celtics too.
Celtics up.
Yeah, I agree.
And then 2021, the Bucks versus the Celtics. Celtics don't hear a lot. I think the NBA got a little biased with the Celtics on Christmas Day.
Well, they win. It's a name brand. People know the Celtics. They do. But see, again, sports on Christmas Day is not that big a deal to me, man. I mean, it's not. I mean, you and Chris, y'all want to see him get home and watch, and that's okay. Yeah. To me, it's not that big a deal. I'd rather play with Mackenzie, man. And I'd rather play with Mackenzie, man. I'd rather be doing something else, man. Or just chilling, man. Or find a good movie, get the fireplace going. That's what Christmas is, man.
Now, let me ask you this. What's the difference between watching sports on Thanksgiving versus Christmas?
I'm not a big Thanksgiving football, but I'm not a big sports Thanksgiving Day either. But I mean, I like football. But like those games, like we saw Danny DeVito and
Cooper
Cooper
Rush.
Rush. So I mean,
Football is football.
I'm not knocking it because people who like it, that's what they do. But to me, plus football on Thanksgiving is a little more because when you're in high school, they got the homecoming game. It's that kind of connection.
And again, it's Spencer King. Brought up a good one, and this is definitely a good memory as well too for those who like to attend church at this time. Candlelight service and Christmas stage plays.
Yeah, we went to a Christmas concert Sunday.
I mean, that's right. How was that?
It was actually pretty nice.
Mhm.
It was. It was pretty nice, man. This is Malone Baba Shana. What's your problem? Is it about money problems, sickness, marriage problems? I don't know who the heck this is, man.
Yeah,
That's somebody trying to run a commercial right now, but
yeah. But seriously, like what was it about? What was was it like a story you heard before, a new story?
What was what about?
The play.
No, it was Christmas. I mean, most Christmas shows is not really a play. This was just it's a concert. So I shouldn't say it shows a concert, man. They sing traditional songs like Silent Night, things of that nature, man. And a lot of times they will wrap some things in, like maybe praise dance and things like that in the middle of it. But it was pretty good. It was short. It wasn't no 9-hour thing. I thought it was gonna be this 9-hour thing, but it was short. The music it was up tempo. It kind of stuck with the theme of Christmas. You know, it wasn't like it's funny because I went to Mackenzie's Christmas concert and they sang this song called Barbecue. I still have no idea what they got to do with Christmas, but they sang a song
called Barbecue on Christmas.
Nah, they barbecue and they had wiped their mouth at the end of it. It was just interesting. So I think that was interesting to me. But I think the Christmas concert was nice, man. It was. To my surprise, it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. And again, see, Christmas to me is about. I like the hustle and bustle. I like being out there, so I can't complain about it because I think it's pretty cool. Just now it's a little dangerous, but it's back in the day, I hate to say, just being out there amongst people, man, it was pretty cool because everybody's speaking, everybody's nice. To me, that's Christmas. Like I did some shopping today, man. It was okay, but it was like nobody out, nobody there. And I'm just. But then plus you got to realize the other impact of Christmas that's different now is online shopping.
You ain't gotta leave your house to get presents.
Amazon, UPS.
I like to go out
service. So I do. So that's me, but that's not everybody.
And I procrastinate, so I will be out there this weekend.
I mean, it's just funny because this is probably the earliest that I've gotten most of my stuff done. Speaking of FedEx and Amazon, this is probably the earliest I've gotten most of my stuff done. I got like one or two things to get, but Toy Store is huge for me, man. I've been doing Toy Store for a while, man.
That was actually one of my next things.
Yeah.
Like you notice, back to your point about people willing to be nice or help people out. I do notice the trend of volunteerism. That's the word. A lot of people do like to volunteer around that time. They're a lot more likely to do it around that time.
What I found is, I think, is just I believe people when they volunteer in stuff they believe in. They volunteer in stuff that most people they have a relationship with, that they kind of understand. I think those days of people signing up blindly are gone. We have a bunch of volunteers for Toy Store. For those who know what Toy Store is, we do Toy Store every year. One of my proudest things is my whole family shows up to participate. So what Toy Store is, we give families an opportunity. This year we have 50 families and about 140 kids signed up. To come out and they get to pick out toys. The guardians, parents get to pick out toys and a coat for each kid in the family. So depending upon how many toys I end up with, let's get anywhere to 3 to 5 brand new toys and we gift wrap. The reason is we do it like that because I've been involved with other things and the gifts are pre-wrapped. And as a parent, I think it kind of takes your dignity away when you're giving out a gift and you don't know what it is, especially if you give your son a Barbie doll and that wasn't your intent. So for me to help people keep their dignity, they can pick out their own stuff, man. And we gift wrap, then they can take it home and the kid don't know. They went and got it, you don't know where it came from. And it allows, a lot of parents, man, to keep their dignity, man. You know, I think it's pretty cool, and it's a real feel. You know, for as many bad stories that I get from it, I get 10 good ones. Like some people are interested.
I didn't know there were bad stories from it. It
Um,
sounds like a great
like
thing to
today,
me.
like today. Perfect example. The way it works is you have to register. You know, when you register, you register
Just
through a
like anything
system.
else in society.
You register through a system, but I think people don't know this part. You go into I send out this form, but when you send the information back, it loads into a spreadsheet. So I have nothing to do with the information. So if you give me a wrong number or if you get a wrong email, that's you because it takes it from the form you filled out. Um, and so typically the way we do it is we assign more than like we try to do 4 families for a time slot because we have enough volunteers to help. And somebody getting smart today where everybody can't come at 9:30, so you got to kind of bite your tongue. First of all, it's free. I'm doing you a favor. This is costing you nothing, and you worried about the time, because other people had 9:30 time. It's kind of none of your business. But you get people like that. Had a lady last year comes in, she has a coat on, hat, she goes outside, turns her hat around, turns her coat around, like I'm not gonna know who it is. So you get people like that. You do. You get people try to bring people in, man, who didn't register for it, or my cousin Zoe, can I get her? She got 10 kids. Some of the forms you look at and you have somebody with 8 kids and 5 of them the same age. Come on, man. Like I don't know. This is so it does get interesting, man. It gets interesting. But then I'll have people come up to me every year, man. Like I get a lot of moms who are divorced, and they'll look, they haven't had Christmas, because divorce is devastating to some people, and single moms can't always bounce back that quick. So you get that. Last year, a lady kept trying to give me $25, man. She said, "This is all I got to my name." Yeah, because she was just so touched. People cry, you know. And then the volunteers. Each year we get more and more volunteers. Each year we get more. I think this year we will have a ton of them, man. But it's pretty cool. Just see people come out, see the smiles on people's faces, man. We have a Santa Claus this year. We don't have kids, but we have a Santa Claus this year. We have a Grinch this year.
Are we going to have a Santa Claus?
Yeah, and a Grinch.
I don't know why I'm going to have a Grinch, but
because he dressed like a Grinch, man. Yo, so
he volunteered for that.
Yeah, that's what he does. Because I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think to me, anything to make people feel good. And we're in a time now where it's hard. It's hard, man. Some people are not doing well. And the reason why I started the whole thing was because I used to work for an organization, and I was responsible for getting rid of their toys. And we used to take them to hospitals and different things, and they would give me something to give out. And I remember somebody found out, and they was like, "Hey, I heard you help out for Christmas." They said, "Yo, we haven't celebrated Christmas in 5 years." And I'm thinking like, wait a minute, man, you work the same place I work. I know you make good money. You just you don't know what people are going through that you see every day, because you just see the way they're dressed. You just see the way they act. They don't. Everybody's not telling their business. It wasn't social media at the time. And then once I started helping him, the word started to spread. Had more and more people who actually needed it. And there's two sides, because some people, it's Christmas. It's not about the gifts. But when you don't have, it matters, because every person, especially everybody, but especially parents, you want to be able to do something for your kid. You don't want to send your kid to school and everybody's, because I've been on that side of the fence too, when everybody's talking about what they got and this kid didn't get anything. And it's not destroying the meaning of Christmas. I know we say that, but you can teach your kids and still give them a gift. But so to me, that's why I started doing it, man, because there's a lot of people who want to participate, but they can't.
Is there like a point you want to take it to, like a kind of like an end game in sense, Do you want to keep growing? Do you want to be 200?
Well, we kind of got the idea late this year.
Yeah.
Circulating the video that Jalil does. So that's why I want to make a different one this year.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a video. We cut it down to about a minute and something, and not realizing that when I was looking at it, it's a great promotional piece. So what I would like to do next year is 3 things. One, I would like to get more. I'd like to get sponsors, so I'm not killing myself, busting, which means I'll probably start earlier. 2, I would like to start preparing somebody to take it over.
Yeah.
I would like to start, preparing a group of people to take it over. And 3, it would be nice to grow it to the point where maybe I could do 2. Maybe I could, run it in 2 different locations, man. Maybe a smaller one and a bigger one. Mm-hmm. I think that would be pretty cool.
Since you say you want to do 2, is there like a specific, like I know there's one where we're currently going to be at right now. Like, Do you mean like another one in the city? Do you want to do
Yeah,
one in the county?
I'm going. No, I'm going back to North Philly. That's a place that because of where I grew up at. And it's funny because I was talking to somebody today because I saw a look on the face when I told them where it was. You know, that was a large part of my life. You know, and who I am was shaped and molded by that community, good, bad, and indifferent. You know, I still know people who live down there. You know, I'm not going to say all, so please don't mistake what I'm saying, but a lot of them don't leave the neighborhood. You know, and poverty still exists. You know, it's just different levels of it. So to go back to my own neighborhood, man, is three things I feel good about. I feel good because I can. You know, nobody would ever accuse me of just leaving my neighborhood and never giving back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the second thing for me, man, is also a sense of pride. You know, I was able to overcome some odds. I was able to overcome some things, man. You know, the neighborhood and the environment didn't defeat me. You know, I beat it. You know, and to go back, and that kind of leads me into the third thing that you want people to see there's a way out. You know, without killing and stealing and robbing and cheating. And part B to the third thing is that just because you leave the neighborhood doesn't mean you have to leave the neighborhood forever. You can still like the brothers Strawberry Mansion who partner with us. He gives out food we're out there every I think 2 Saturdays a month, just giving out food. He just opened up, not just opening, but he's expanding the food cover. He don't live around anymore. We've moved out. And I've known Isaac since kindergarten. So just being a part of that, it's pretty cool, man. And then King Movement is cool because a lot of those guys are coming out. So we will have, men there, their wives, man. So people come in and get a chance to see, men and families and different things operating. So it just covers a lot of ground. So I definitely would stay there. But, I mean, if the opportunity presented itself, yeah, I wouldn't cut off the county.
Mm.
But I'm thinking in terms of, probably West Oak Lane, maybe Northeast. I haven't really drilled down a part of the city, but just having another location.
Maybe like Norristown,
No, you hadn't seen Artstown's the same. That's a good point. And partner with a school, or somebody like the Palo Rec Center or something. But I would definitely try to expand it too. And I never thought about that. My dream would, and this is something that's out there. I would love to do something at the Norristown Zoo.
I didn't know there was a zoo up there.
Yeah, man, I would love
a zoo.
Yeah, I would love to I would love to have one toy store at the Norristown Zoo.
Yeah,
So the kids, so they can come, man. Yeah, I think that would be that would be huge.
Now, you spoke of, the people from the King movement.
Yeah.
Is there ever talks of, maybe different chapters doing a toy drive? Have they ever done it? Or maybe coming together as a collective to donate to a toy drive?
My goal would be to come as a collective, but like any organization is hard.
Yeah.
And you're talking about we're spread across 18 states.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's you basically have to get people moving in the same. Well, no, because there's a guy who started one, and I'm not gonna say because of me, but because I was doing it. He starts one, he has another one in Philly. But the perfect example is, he could have just said, hey, this is what I'm doing. What can we do? I didn't even know he did it until after it was over. Mm-hmm. Then he started to, so that's the other thing about when you get organizations spread out, they don't always operate as a single entity. And I'm okay with that. But my thing is this, I'll put it out there and whoever donates. Like somebody who, I'm not going to give out names, but yeah, I had a few people in King Movement give me money, which was cool. A couple of them will be there. Well, a lot of the brothers will be there, but somebody's bringing their family down, from East Orange, New Jersey. So yeah, so there is support, man. But yeah, I would love to get something where people would send stuff and say, hey, and part of it is my fault because I got to start early. I got to build a team because right now it's just me. So you kind of like I'm getting the toys because I got that's down this year. I got a donor, but I got to go get the toys. Mm-hmm. So like last year, I'm loading up this van by myself with the boxes come back unload because everybody's working. People could be the video. That should have went out sooner, and I should have sent it to like different stores, which I am. This is what I'm doing. Send it out. Like this year, I'll be able to say, yo, this is what happened. Send it out. Can you consider me for future donations? Mm-hmm. So there's little things, but I gotta need a team. And so one, I got to get my board, FAMCOM, Families Communities on the Move. I got to get them more engaged.
I was gonna say like well, obviously we already went to Five Below, obviously, but like there's a lot of different toy stores around here that I feel like definitely would be down for the cause.
But that's why you got to get out and tell your story early,
Yeah,
because the closer it gets to to that day, it's harder and harder because everybody's trying to hit them up. So like for me, you know, probably February, I will send it out. Hey, look what I'm doing. Are you interested in partnering with me in this, upcoming school year? Because that gives you a chance, or how to get a chance to meet and talk to people, get things worked out. Amazon out of Burlington, New Jersey is a perfect example.
yeah.
They gave me 50 backpacks to donate to a school full of school supplies.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool, yeah. So, yeah. So I just have to do a better job of getting it out there and getting more help and putting it out there. But as far as the King movement, it's not. I'm not going to say it's supported by them. The local chapter, Philly chapter, they'll be there in numbers, man. They will be.
Now, is there like a particular item that you enjoy giving away? Like you notice, like that's a favorite. Because for me, like I don't know if it's too much to say, live, but I love like watching people like get the coats and the different things like that. That was cool to me.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite item, but just anything that makes people smile. It's pretty cool when you see people crying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Not in a malicious way.
It's no, but and it's pretty cool. When you see people just sick, because me, I never tell anybody who I am. Most people don't only know through the text I send out through my office. They don't know me personally, so they have no idea who I am, what I look like. They don't have a clue, So they'll ask and find out, and then they'll see, and that's pretty cool that people go out their way to show that they're appreciative. It's pretty cool, man. And to me, just when somebody's appreciative and not have a sense of entitlement, because I've dealt with that too. People think you're supposed to give me this, you're supposed to give me that.
Entitlement with free stuff.
Yeah, but see, but I'm learning that some people just have that. I'm proud of the fact that we're not out there pimping it, taking people pictures and putting it up. We don't do that. I don't do that. Most of the pictures that I post about us is usually my board. I guess I shouldn't say that, but because I don't want to. If I didn't have somebody's permission, because I don't want it to be one of them things where you put people up in shame. I don't. That's why we're not calling a bunch of people, man. We're not. That's not what we do. It's just making people feel good, man. Especially when somebody send me a note, man. So like last year, somebody sent me a note. A couple people, about how I made Christmas, and the kids were really grateful for it. And that's pretty cool. And the kids don't need to know this stuff came from me. As far as they know, and somebody said that last year. A guy said, you know what? It felt really good because he was laid off to be able to give his, and he was thanking me, and that's cool. And they don't need to know where it came from. In their eyes, Dad hooked them up, and I think that's what's important. And that's one of the reasons why I do it, because it could be, like last night. We were trying to put the and she was like, well, kind of like why you doing it in a roundabout way, like what's in it for you? And it's not. I do believe that what goes around comes around. I think if you bless people, you'll get blessed. Your mom and I pray this prayer every morning. We pray that God allows the blessings to flow to us and through us. I think that's how this whole thing works. So to me, I think just people, man, making people happy, man. For that little bit of time, a little bit of time, man. Folk not thinking about the bills. They're not thinking about what they can get. They're not thinking about health issues. They just relax. Because we had a music playing. This year we have a prayer table. Folks need prayer. My ambiance team is always pretty good. People laugh when I say that, but there's because we have volunteer opportunities. People can work the table. Your mom usually heads that up for me. We got a gift wrapping team who takes care of that. Always gives extra hands over there. We have our shoppers. They walk around with the families and help the families get their stuff and take it over to the table. And then I have my ambiance crew. And ambiance is people that's just there standing around, man, speaking to people, asking how you doing. I mean, to just set the tempo and keep a nice positive environment. Making people feel comfortable, and it's nurturing. And then we got folk who, help take the stuff down to the cars. I remember taking my wagon this year. Yeah. So, we have people who meet us there when I get down there to unload the stuff, and they set the tables up because they can't. So we have a lot of volunteer opportunities, and it's cool because, people remember it. And I can't remember one year where the volunteers didn't have more fun than the kids. So I think, and to me, that's what Christmas is about.
Especially like in this time
Yeah.
period where like a lot of humanity has lost faith in other people.
Yeah, man.
They think the worst of a lot of people, and then to know that there's still people out here like this that are willing to not only give their time and energy, but willingly
Yeah.
doing it is
Well,
just awesome to me.
you hope it becomes contagious.
Mm-hmm.
You hope that somebody there will think twice about helping somebody else. With no expectation of thing in return. I got it from my dad. My dad was the kind of guy who, I remember, we would sit down and eat, and before we ate, we had to take a pot of food to somebody down the street. We took a plate to somebody there. I remember, people who I didn't particularly get along with would knock on my door at dinner time because they knew my dad was going to tell them to come in and eat. He didn't turn anybody away. Man, I went through so many basketballs because they would knock on the door, and ask for me, and he would let them hold the basketball. We never see that basketball again. He was he was the giver. Him. I mean, you were younger, but that's just how he was. So I guess that's where I learned it from. He never said be like that, but he modeled it for as long as I can remember. We used to take trips we had a station wagon. It was never just us. It'd be neighbors down the street, anybody that would just happen to be around at that time. Hey, you want to go talk to your parents? So that's how it was. And I think we all should be like that. We all should have some part of us should have a desire to be a blessing to other people.
And on that note, I feel like that is a really good note to end on. Chris, get better soon. I know you got ankle issues and everything. Get better soon. But again, tell me about the Christmas drive and everything, the giveaway.
Yeah, so on Saturday, registration is closed. So I want to make that abundantly clear. Registration is closed, but you can volunteer. We're going to be at the Discovery Center on the Strawberry Mansion section of the city, 3401 Reservoir Drive. It's across from Smith Playground. It's up on the hill. We'll be there from 8:30 to 2:30. That includes setup, getting ready for the event, different things. You can drop off toys. We're still accepting brand new toys and brand new coats, so you can bring that past. If you want to come past and hang out, you can do that. We're still accepting donations. You can even make a monetary donation through my website, www.familiescommunity.org, www.familiescommunities.org. You can cash at me $LBE leading by example Pender. That's the same PayPal one. Or you can hit me up and leave a note, and I tell you how you can send the money through Zelle. So we got a bunch of methods to do it, man. But again, if to me the preps would be just drop something off. That's the easiest way because I'm kind of shopped out.
Come be with us in person.
Yeah, I'm kind of shopped out, man. So the easiest thing would be to drop off some new coat or some new toys. But we do take monetary donations. And I do want to say this: this is not just Christmas. I do an event there every year. Because you came last year, team building exercise. We get young people and not so young people down, and it's free. We provide lunch. They get to do the team building apparatus. So we do a lot of stuff. We have a summit at this year. Hope we have it at Arcadia. We take a bunch of middle schools. Out. We used to go to Cabrini, but Cabrini closed down. So this year hopefully it's Arcadia. We have a day for them, workshops. We can breakfast, lunch. So FamCon, we do a lot of stuff. We do. But this is for this day, man. It's about being the best version of ourselves we can be.
And remember, we're here to empower, inspire, uplift the community, and follow, subscribe, share.
Yep.
As a reminder, next week is Christmas, so we're not doing that.
So
we'll see you in 2025.
Let me get my calendar out so we can make sure we see the right day.
Yeah.
We will. The next time we will be on. 31st, right? No, the next time we will be on is the 1st. 31st is Tuesday.
Oh, New Year's. You want to do a show on New Year's?
New Year's Day.
Yeah, New Year's Day.
So New Year's Day. So we can discuss it, but we know it either be the 1st or the 8th. But I know we'll be on break.
You guys
definitely again. So again, follow, subscribe.
Yeah.
But we love and appreciate you guys, all you guys who listen, who watch the reruns, who chime in. Our goal is to take this thing to the next level next
year. Yeah.
And we need you to be able to do that. All right. Again, have a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year. Tuning out. Above average black man.